Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. This is Tammy's Nail Techniques, and my name is Tammy. If you're new here, thank you for coming. Please consider subscribing while you're here. It only takes a second, it's completely free, and it does not hurt your credit score. I promise. So, if you're a returning member of my awesome Bomb Squad, thank you again for spending some of your time with me today. What we're working on today is the Red Iguana practice thumb, and it is the one with the magnet in it. As you can see, very strong. And I'm using the stand that it came with, or I purchased that came with the hand. This is magnetic, however, you can use the non-magnetic stand if you have one or if that's what you want to use. So I have a design. I had sort of an epiphany, and I'm going to try it out with you guys, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully this may be the newest nail trend. I don't know. But let's give it a go with some fall leaves decor. Okay? Hold on, let me get everything situated, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've got all my stuff together. Hopefully that's all of it anyway. And hopefully you guys can see. I just purchased some new lighting, but we haven't had a chance. Rick hasn't had a chance to help me set it up yet, so we're stuck with what we got till now. And you may be asking yourself, what is she going to do with that ugly leaf? Well, I'm pretty sure that this is an oak leaf, okay? Because we have nothing but oak and maple and pine in our yard, so I'm pretty sure, and I know what the maple leaf and the pines look like, so I'm pretty sure this is an oak. But anyway, it just fell on my scooter while I was outside earlier, and I said, this is a sign. This needs to go on a nail. So that is exactly what we're going to do. So we're going to be using parts of this leaf, not the entire one. I'm going to be using LGN Pro's rubber base coat. I pulled out some liners just because that's what I had handy to me. Some Sets Nail Co. pastel liners. This is number 11. It's like a tan color. I'm going to be using that for the base. I'm going to be using the Sets Nail Co. number 12, which is a darker brown. The McCart nail liners. And this one is Sunset Festival. This is an orange, like a bright neon orange. And last but not least, we're going to use the McCart nail liner in Champagne Pop, which is just like a champagne gold color. Okay? Plus some odds and ends to do the detail work and things like that. Okay? So, as you can see, still at this stage. What I'm going to do is take the coarser side of my block buffer, okay, and I'm just going to remove, now you can do this with a nail drill too, and I'm just going to remove the shine off of that nail. And by the way, I got these nail tips from that nail swap that I did with Josette Long Nails, okay, and these things are awesome, awesome. They've got that little bit of natural nail curve in them, and this, I can't say enough about these. I love them. I can't wait to do a natural set on myself, so they look like natural nails. You know what I mean. Using these. Because I love, they're not like the Talon curve or the Empress curve, whatever they used to call them. But they're just, very nice. Here, let me show you. See, that's just a very nice curvature. It's not too deep. It's not, So, I can't wait to use that. So, what I've done is just buff the shine off of the nail so that we can put our base coat on it. I've got my palette out here. I'm going to take a lint-free wipe, and I'm using LGN Pros Cleanse. This stuff smells so good. I don't know what she puts in it or whatever, but definitely doesn't smell like anybody else's cleanser, which I need to get some more of, Lizette. So if you haven't checked out her channel and you want to see some good gel work, she is a gel tech. She doesn't do acrylic. Please go over and check her out. It's Lizette Cruz, C-R-U-Z, and it's Lizette's Gel Nails, okay? And she is the owner and proprietor of LGN Pro, which is her own line of gels and nail products. Everything you could possibly want. She just brought out a line of hard color gels, and she's got your basics, your everyday staples, your preps, your primers, stickers, nail charms, bling out the wazoo, any and every kind of bling you could want, plus the rubber base, and top coats and things. So go and check her out and tell her I sent you, okay? Alright, so I've applied one thin layer of the rubber base coat. I'm going to cure that in the lamp for 60 seconds, and I'll be back. Okay, y'all. So what I did was I went ahead and applied one coat, that's just one coat, of the Set Snail Code number 11, the tan color, as our base color, okay? And I cured that in the light for 60 seconds. Now they do cure, actually, that feels a little tacky. But anyway, that'll be fine. Because what we're going to do next is we're going to make a border, okay? So I'm going to, because I don't think I can do it with these gel brushes. Make sure you shake up your polishes before you use them and give them time to settle a little bit, so you do not get air bubbles. Although, me personally, I've never had trouble with that, but I hear you can get air bubbles in there if you shake your gel polishes, before you put them on. So, we don't want that happening. So I'm going to take some of the orange, the Sunset Festival from McCart. And see, this is very, very vibrant. So I'm going to take some of that and put it on the palette too. I got mine from McCart when they first came out. And mine is really, all of the colors are very, very gummy and gooey. And they've been like that ever since I opened them. Let me know if anybody else had trouble with theirs. I've tried putting gel polish thinner in them and everything. And nothing has worked. So, got some on the nail, which is just peachy. Okay. And the last one I'm going to put on is the Champagne Pop. I'm going to put some of that on my palette as well. And see, even this one is very, very gummy and gooey, almost like spider gel. Very thick. I don't know. It's like they got slightly cured or something, after they made them. I mean, and they're in black bottles, so. But anyway, enough of my rambling. Alright, so what we're going to do from here is, I'm going to get the rest of that off. I'm going to take I wish I had a long liner. Do I have a long liner? Let me see. I don't think, yes I do. Alright, so, I'm going to use my, my iGel Beauty. This is my long striper brush, or long liner brush, okay? And I'm going to start with, I think, the darker brown, the number 12 from Set Snail Code, okay? And you just want to run your brush. Hold on, let me clean this. Because it is not behaving itself. I'll be right back, y'all. Okay, y'all. So, and I know I'm saying y'all a lot. So what I did was just for a couple of seconds, put the brush in a little bit of acetone, just for like 30 seconds. And that loosened it up quite a bit. So all you're going to do is run your brush the majority of the length of the bristles. You don't want to get the paint up into the ferrule, okay, which is, whoopsie, where are we? Which is this part right here. You don't want to get the paint up in here, because it'll get up in here and then it'll gum up your bristles from there. But you do want to coat a good amount of your bristles with the paint, okay, and twirl your brush around as you're dragging through the paint. That way you get a nice point, okay. I'm going to balance our pinky or whichever finger you want to use, so that we can you know, get a better handle on, excuse me, I'm so sorry, on, trying to think how I'm going to do this. I'm just making scallops, sort of, for right now. Okay. Just like a border. I'm going to continue to do that all the way around the nail, and I'll be back. Good grief. I can't see. In between these, I'm just going to flash cure them for like half time, so we can move on to the next step. Damn this thing. Okay, so now that I've cured that in the light for about 30 seconds. Normally it's a 60-second cure, but I've cured that in the light for about 30 seconds just so it doesn't mix when we go to apply the orange. Okay, so the next thing, I've cleaned my brush, and I'm going to run it through the orange, the Sunset Festival. Okay, and you can do this however you want. I'm just, you know, trying to interlace some, you know, fall colors. Okay, so in between where I've done the brown, I'm going to go in and do the orange. Okay, same way as before. But I'm trying to get the orange between the other places, if that makes sense. See? Okay, and I'm going to keep going around like that till I've done the same thing I did with the brown. Then I'm going to go in with the gold, the champagne pop, and I'm going to do the same thing, trying to alternate those scallops in between the others, okay? And once I cure all these and get done with the glitter part, we'll be back to do the leaves. Hang in there with me. Really? Everyone. So what I've done is I've applied one more coat of the LGN Pro rubber base coat and cured that for 60 seconds in my light. And I've just taken and cut up some of that piece of leaf into itty bitty pieces, enough to that I thought, you know, we could put on the nail. And you can put them wherever you want, but we're going to use that tacky layer, hopefully, on the gel polish, on the rubber base, excuse me, to adhere these little pieces of leaves. So I've just got my Bling It tool, or whatever you want to call it. I got this thing off of eBay years and years and years ago. So I'm just going to take the pieces of the leaves and start placing them randomly. And I made sure that I cut, you know, different sizes and lengths and things like that. And see, that works perfectly. Look at that. Okay. Different, most of them are in triangular shapes, but, and of course you can place them wherever you want. You can make them as big as you want, as little as you want. Anything hanging over the edge when we come to cap, or put top coat on, we'll just cut off. Okay? So I'm just going to place a few more of these. Sort of like a jigsaw. No relation to the Scary Movie of the same name, even though I love scary movies. Let's try flipping this over. See if that works. Where are my tweezers? Play around with it and see which way they lay best. Or you can drop them like I did. Just see what works, okay? That still doesn't want to lay right. I mean, you've got a whole leaf there, so if it doesn't lay the way you want it to, you know, feel free to cut more into, you know, what kind of pieces you like, what kind of sizes you like. It's all up to you. I think I'll be able to fit one more little one. Let's get this darker piece. Just put that right in there like that. Okay? Looks sort of like tortilla chips, doesn't it? Or Doritos. But it's not, although I'm sure somebody will come up with putting Doritos in your nails. They put everything else in your nails these days. I mean, look at me. We're putting leaves in here, so. Alright, so what I'm going to do now that I've done that is I'm going to top coat this again with some rubber top coat, okay? Just because it's thicker and it will help encapsulate those leaves better. Let me find it. And this is the rubber top coat from Kawaii Nails collection. Okay, I've done a haul on her products before. This is a rubber top coat. Okay, so that is what I'm going to do. And I'm going to cure it in the light for 60 seconds. And I'll be back. So we're back. And I cured the rubber top coat in my UV LED for 60 seconds. I'm using the light from PGS Pearl Glitter Shop that I bought from there when they had their 40% off sale. It's an awesome light. It is rechargeable. It has your 3 standard settings. I don't think you can see it. But it has your standard settings, your 60 seconds, 30 seconds, and your 10-second freeze. Plus, it has a 60-second high power mode, and as well as your 99-second low power mode for gels. And your battery indicator on the back. It also has an on-off button, and then your charging port is back here as well. So you can see, each level of how much charge you have left. Okay, and you also can use it while it's charging. The other rechargeable lamps that I have had, not mention any names, it said specifically not to use them while they were charging. So I like the fact that if this, gets low on me and with the client or whatever, that I can still use it and keep working while it's charging. Okay. All right. So I've used the rubber top coat. Okay. Boy, we got dust everywhere. Okay. And now what we're going to do is I've put some of the number, I think it was, let me see what number that was. Number 12. So that's Nailco pastel art liners. The dark brown that we started out with. I put some of that on my palette. I'm going to use my Natalie Mugridge. Oopsie, can't see it, can you? Good grief. Anyway, I don't know why it's not working with me here. Like I said, well, that's good. I just cut the lights off. Alright, anyway, I'm using the Natalie Mugridge detail brush. I don't think that's available anymore, but here we are. I'm using mine. I'm so glad I got it when I did, because it is my go-to brush. Alright, so I'm going to load this brush up too, and we're just going to, you don't want a ton on your brush, okay? But you do want to get it all throughout your bristles. If you get too much, just dab it off just a little bit, okay? We're just going to make some details in these leaves, make them look a little bit more realistic. As best we can anyway. I'm going to turn my finger around. Okay, hopefully you can see that. Man, my camera is not focusing today. What are you doing? Good gravy. Anyway, alright, so let's continue on. Just keep going to your next one. Just want to make ever so lightly lines, okay? We're just trying to accentuate the fact that these are indeed leaves. Like somebody couldn't tell, but nevertheless. You don't want to go hog wild. Okay? Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to finish up the rest of them and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is the final product. I applied another coat of after I cured the detail work in the UV LED for 60 seconds, I applied another coat of the rubber top coat, okay, and I turned it upside down just to smooth everything out and, make sure those leaves were encapsulated very well. This is the final product. I cleaned up the nail a little bit. Like I said, if you work with a longer nail or a different shaped nail, you can cut as many pieces of the leaves as you want. Put them, you've got more room to play around and that type of thing as far as placement and everything goes. But yeah, I hope you like this video. I hope you like this technique. If you have any questions about how to do it or you're having any problems, please feel free to leave it in the comments. I always answer all my comments and read them. So if you have anything else you'd like to see, if you like this design and you like my idea and you decide to try some on your own, please tag me or share with me or whatever so that I can see your work. I really would love that. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing. Again, it is totally free and it does not hurt your credit score one little bit. And you won't regret it. I've got a lot of surprises coming up, you guys. Been working very hard behind the scenes, me and Honey Bunny, and actually my whole family. So stay tuned for all that. We've got more good stuff coming your way and more great videos, and I've also started doing shorts. So please check those out if you haven't done so already. And until next time, I will see you in my next video. Stay safe and stay well.